Their way, however, are the Crosby Bulldogs. Since Seymour's entry into the NVL, the Waterbury School has defeated them in 3 of their 4 meetings. The Bulldogs are paced on offense by the running back tandem of Julian Coleman and Jason Schaefer. Seymour's task on offense is simple: hold on to the ball. The Wildcats lost 5 fumbles in their loss to the Crusaders. Seymour's formidable ground game is powered by quarterback Matt Thomas and running backs Matt Sympathy and Mike Aldo. From the Barber Field in Seymour, it's Crosby against Seymour on homecoming day on Cable 10 Sports Valley High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements, Buddy Chernovich from the Barber Field in Seymour. Buddy, Seymour Wildcats were moving along. They had a 6-0 record. The last weekend, they go up to Municipal Stadium. They play Holy Cross Crusaders. The Wildcats had looked great the previous 2 weeks against Watertown and Naugatuck. They come out flat. They fumble the football 7 times, lose 5. It's high school football.
It's not only high school, you find it in college, you'll find it pro teams the same thing. Sometimes it's tough to get up for a 10-game season. Every game is very important. Sometimes the kids look past one game, or they're not prepared, or they just come out and they are flat. And last week Seymour paid the price for not really being prepared. The turnovers really killed them. I know this week they're going to try and get back and get even with this Crosby football team.
And we know that they have the offensive weapons. They have Matt Thomas. They have Sympathy in the backfield, Mike Aldo. They have the horses.
They really do. I think one thing Paul Sponheimer would like to see is a little better ability to throw the football, but really they've been able to run the ball. Their option has not been, I think, what Bob Keller would like, but they certainly have been able to move the football. They're a good football team. They just control their destiny. They'll be in the playoffs if they win the last 3, and I think that's what the kids are looking for right now.
Very well stated. On Crosby's side, we're going to be looking at a very exciting young runner. It's a sophomore, Jason Schaefer, and Coach Bob Arcero is just raving about this kid. Very quick, shifty runner, always moving forward, a lot of football savvy.
Crosby's one football team that's given Seymour problems every year. They've always got a pretty good athlete. They always come ready to play. So we'll see what Bob Acero and his kids can do. But right now I think Seymour's going to try and get even for last week, and they really have got their future ahead of them. And this is a football team they can't afford to take lightly.
And we'll be right back with Seymour Crosby football right after this.
This fall, Telemedia is proud to announce the addition of Marcus Communications to the Telemedia family. This merger will provide Telemedia the opportunity to reshape your cable TV viewing experience with new and exciting services. As a leader in entertainment and communication services, Telemedia is committed to the continuing improvement of the telecommunications network serving your community. Welcome to the Telemedia family. Welcome to the future of cable TV.
Welcome back to the Barber Field in Seymour. It is homecoming day. It is senior day here at Seymour High School. And before the game, the senior players on the Seymour team, on the Wildcat team, were introduced with their parents, and also the senior cheerleaders, managers, and just a great atmosphere, because Buddy, you've been involved in these kinds of games.
I think it's great for the parents and the kids, the last home game, to be introduced, to be able to walk out with your son or daughter. I think it's just a great thrill for both mom, dad, and the participant. And Seymour's continue that tradition, and most of the schools in the area do that, and basketball, I know, and football, and it's great for the kids to be involved in that.
Pollock will kick off for the Wildcats.
Eric Pollock to kick it off. Wildcats did win the opening coin flip. They've deferred to the second half. Crosby with the football, and returning it is their exciting sophomore running back, Jason Schaefer. And let's take a look now at the Crosby offense. First of all, in the backfield, the quarterback, Mark Fuller, making his first start of the year for Coach Bob Arcero. We'll discuss that during the course of the game. The fullback, Julian Coleman. Tailback, Jason Schaefer. The split end, Anthony Rosa. Flanker, Christian Echeverria. And now the line. Ball spotted at the 27. We're just underway from the Barber Field. Buddy mentioned the last home game for the Wildcats. On a little bit of misdirection, the ball goes to Schaefer. He's tied up at the line of scrimmage. Kevin Mullen on the stop for the Wildcats. And let's take a look now at the Wildcat defense. That front four has been the same front four all year long. The ends are Troy Sobieski and Alex Alapat. The nose guard is Kevin Mullen. Derek Jones is the defensive tackle. The backers Josh Tottenham, Tim Sadek, Matt Sympathy, and Mike Aldo. Tottenham new to the defensive lineup as the Wildcats will show four-man linebackers for most of the game, and the secondary you've already seen. And being treated rather roughly in the backfield, that's Christian Echeverria, who gets the carry. And again, Mullen on the stop, and another loss for the Bulldogs. And
just a great job by the interior of that Seymour front, but Kevin Mullen was all over Echeverria. Echeverria never got to the line of scrimmage. Going to be a loss of about 5, a big third down here, and I know the Crosby Bulldogs did not want to start out this way with their offense. They're being backed up by the Wildcat defense.
You know, the line of scrimmage now, the 21-yard line. They got a 3rd and 16. They split the offense, 2 wide receivers either side of the field. Play action by Fuller, winds up, throws. It is almost picked off there by the Wildcats. It was intended for the freshman split end Anthony Rosa.
Ben Carter, the junior, does a great job on coverage. Fuller gets back, little post pattern. They try and come across on the post, and Carter there almost comes up with the interception, brings up a punting situation for Crosby.
Fourth down coming up for the Bulldogs. And a punting situation, they get a player off the field. Rosa off the field, a high snap from center, but the return is on, and Fuller, who is one of the best punters in the NVL, gets it off. That's Matt Thomas on the other end, and the quarterback, the junior quarterback, is going to bring the football into Crosby territory in great field position as we get underway here for the Wildcats, their first possession. Let's take a look at the offense for the Wildcats. The quarterback is Matt Thomas, the fullback is Mike Aldo. Matt Sympathy is the tailback. The wide receivers are Steve Pantaleo and Eric Pollock. Let's mention that line because it has been a great one. Seeing their final action here, the seniors on the line, Troy Sobieski, the center, the guards, Alex Alapat. The lone junior is Jason Barker, and the tackles, the senior tackles, Chris Thompson and Kevin Mullen. The tight end is Tim Sadek. We'll give you the Crosby defense when we get an opportunity to. And a straight handoff. That is the Sympathy at the 30-yard line. And he's going to be wrestled out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. At the 13-yard line, Matt Sympathy taken out there by Lemmy Walker of the Crosby Bulldogs.
Really, there's not many white jerseys here as Sympathy just breaks the line of scrimmage. Walker is going to finally run him out of bounds inside the 15-yard line at about the 14, but just a great run to start this first possession for the Wildcats by Matt Sympathy. Good job by the senior running back.
So the line of scrimmage now, the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cats. Big run on first play by Sympathy. Again, they try Sympathy. This time it going a little rougher as he gets about 1 off the left side. Let's take a look at the Crosby defense. The front 5, the nose guard is Edwin Lopez. Tackles are Steve Meyer and Carson Murphy. The ends are Julian Coleman and Jeff Collins. The backers are Lemmy Walker and Mark Mango. The monster back is Carlos Benitez. And the secondary, we have Mike Verino, Anthony Rosa, and Christian Echeverria. We'll give Sympathy a pickup of 1 on that play, so it's a 2nd and 9. The Cats have an excellent field position, their first possession of the afternoon. They're at the 13. And Thomas back to throw to the near side. It's complete. And now ruled an incompleted pass. He was going to Eric Pollock on the play.
Anthony Rosa is the freshman DB back there, and he just does an excellent job of stripping the receiver after the ball is caught. Watch now, he goes up, catches it, and then Rosa just strips it right out of the hands of the intended receiver, Eric Pollock. So a good job by the freshman, number 32, Anthony Rosa. Good job all the way around. 3rd down, big 9 for the Wildcats.
Anthony is a 5'9", 159-pound freshman, as Buddy noted.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, just underway from here at the Barber. Our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. The toss, that's Sympathy, and he's going to be dragged down at the 20-yard line. First to get to him is the linebacker Mark Mango, one of the Crosby captains, along with Jeff Collins on the play.
Watch the pitch, and they try and get to the outside. Collins comes off the end position. He'll get help from Mark Mango, but Collins and Mango pull down the Wildcat ball carrier. It's going to be a 4th and a long way for the Wildcats. They've got to get down inside the 4-yard line. They're going to go for the field goal here. It will be about a 36-yard field goal attempt.
And Eric Pollock has already on the season 1 field goal to his credit. Out of the hold of Matt Thomas from the 27. It is up, and it is good.
36-yard field goal.
So it goes in the books as a 36-yard field goal. Eric Pollock getting the Wildcats on the board first here at the Barber.
Seymour got stopped inside the 10-yard line. Comes away with 3 points on that possession, so a very good possession for the Wildcats as they come away with 3 points.
Buddy had a chance to talk with Crosby coach Bob Arcero before the game, and he asked him what his Crosby Bulldogs had worked on in their bye week to get ready for the Seymour Wildcats.
Defensively, we would basically want to try and stop Matt Thomas. We think that he is the basic key of their offense. He's the hub, but Sympathy and Aldo are 2 good running backs. They execute very well.
And Buddy also talked to Coach Paul Sponheimer before the game, and he noted that he noted the tough loss that Seymour had to Holy Cross last week. And with that in mind, did the coach have any concern with getting his team ready to play the Crosby Bulldogs?
Oh yeah, but I'm nervous. I have no idea what we're going to have. Like I said in the newspaper, what goes home on Friday and comes back on Saturday is totally out of my hands. But bottom line is, we've had a good week of practice. Whether or not that transpires into things today is yet to be seen. We had a great week of practice prior to the Holy Cross game, and we just came out and didn't play to the standard of football that I'm used to seeing these young men play.
We're back to the Barber Field in Seymour. Buddy, it always helps to have that kicker. And we've talked in the past about the special teams and the importance of special teams.
Seymour's coming away with 3 points on that first possession by way of the field goal. Certainly is a big play for them. You like to get ahead in any football game you play, and especially with the history that Seymour has had against Crosby. I know they're happy to be on top as they get started here with this kickoff.
Pollock again, and again it's Schaefer. He's booting it around, and now he picks it up. And he's going to be in big, big trouble at the 10-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over on their second possession.
A lot of problems coming up with it. Finally, Schaefer gets it, and by that time, you'll see the blue jerseys all over. He gets about to the 11-yard line. Not great field position for Crosby in their second possession of this football game, but the Crosby Bulldogs will start on the 11.
Troy Sobieski, the primary stop for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 at the 11, and Seymour leads it early, 3-0. Fuller to throw. He had the receiver open there, just let him a little bit too much, and that is Mike Verino.
Verino just runs a little slant. He gets banged at the line of scrimmage by Pollock, and then just tries to get inside. There's a lot of room inside there. You're going to see the Bulldogs come back to that play again and again unless Seymour moves their safety over, but a lot of area there for that throw. Quarterback Mark Fuller just unable to get the ball out to Verino.
Mark, 6'4", 197-pound senior. Again, seeing his first starting actions for the Bulldogs at quarterback. Since the middle of his sophomore year and all of last year, but it was Verino who quarterbacked at the beginning of the season and throughout most of the season. And again, it's going to be a big, big loss for the Bulldogs, unable to get on track here early. That's what the football was Julian Coleman.
This play is in trouble as you see Mr. O'Neill signal a face mask against the Seymour Wildcats. The mesh was not very good as Fuller went back. He actually collided with his fullback. The saving grace of this play for the Bulldogs is going to be the face mask, and it's going to be a 15-yarder, so a big one against Seymour, and that will put the ball out at about the 20-yard line. It will be a still 3rd or Second and about 1 on that. Just get a look on the Seymour side, and they are working on one of the Seymour players. Don't know because his number, his jersey is off, but one of the young men hurt early in this football game.
Second down and about 1.
Second and short for the Bulldogs. Crosby coming into the football game with a 2-4 record, as we noted before. Seymour with that 6-1 record. Their lone loss last weekend to Holy Cross of Waterbury. I formation and a fake, and now the throw to Jason Schaefer with a good speed, and he's finally taken down by Tim Sadek, 6'1", 195-pound senior captain and linebacker for the Cats.
Fuller drops, and then he sells the screen very well here. Is his good pressure. He gets the ball outside to Schaefer, and then Schaefer picks up a block on the corner, able to get across the 30 for the first down before he is wrapped up. Pulled to the ground by Seymour, number 89 for the Wildcats. So it'll be a second or first down for the Wildcats, and the ambulance has come to the sidelines. Not a good sign here. So one of the Seymour players is going to be going off to Griffin Hospital very quickly.
Play fake, and Fuller winds up, throws it downfield, and he's got the arm, and it's a catch at the 34-yard line. He was going to number 32, and that's that freshman wide receiver, Anthony Rosa.
One thing I'm going to note here is Mr. Fuller is falling backwards as he unloads this wide. He never sets up and then throws it about 40 yards right into the numbers of his receiver, Mr. Anthony Rosa, right about at the 34-yard line. So a big first down as Mark Fuller throws the completion to Anthony Rosa.
So first down for the Bulldogs at the 34 of Seymour. And a long bomb from Fuller to Rosa. And Fuller again, a little bit of misdirection. He goes to the sophomore tailback. That's Jason Schaefer. He falls forward for 1 yard on the play. And Sobieski on the stop for the Wildcats.
They come with the trap play as you see Schaefer following both Brown and Mercetti into the line and picks up a couple. The guy down on the ground for Seymour is Kevin McMullen, and that will be a major loss for the Wildcats if Kevin is unable to continue. And the way it looks right now, he is not going to be able to. Kevin is the big part of that Seymour defense and offense, and we'll see how that affects the Wildcats as this game unfolds.
2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. I formation. And again, play fake with pressure. Fuller does get it off. He was going for Verano on the play, and on the pressure was Sobieski.
Sobieski, number 59, one of the captains. Watch, he comes from his defensive end position. No one blocks him. Fuller's lucky to get it off. He tries to get the ball down the middle to Verano. Covered very well by Thomas and Carter, and it'll bring up a third, about 9 for the Bulldogs as they are inside Seymour territory at about the 33-yard line.
And just to repeat what you said, buddy, and it does look like there's no more action. We just hope Kevin Mullen is all right. What an outstanding player he's been for the Cats. Two-way starter. I formation, Fuller on the toss, and now the handoff the other way. That's Echeverria with the football. But the Wildcats were ready for the play, and good defense did well. So it'll bring up a 4th and 5 at the 30. Pollock on the stop for the Cats.
They come with the reverse. I like this little inside handoff from Schaefer back to Echeverria. Echeverria turns the corner, runs into problems there. Number 24 for Seymour with the stop. That's Eric Pollock. Eddie said it's going to be a 4th, about 6 for Crosby. As you get a look at the fans here at homecoming day on the Seymour side at the Barber Field.
Verano out to the right, to the top part of your screen. Rosa to the bottom part of your screen on 4th and 6. Play fake. And Fuller's going to just not make the connection with Verano. Verano was going one way. The pass was actually overthrown and went another way, so it's incomplete. The ball goes over to Seymour.
Again, some pressure on Fuller as he gets back into the pocket. Tries to go down and out up the field to Verano. Ball well overthrown. A first down for the Wildcats.
Break in the action. Let's take this quick timeout.
Housatonic Lumber and Derby. We're the professional shop. Here's why. I use Houstonic Lumber because of their on-time and prompt delivery service. They always deliver within 24 hours.
We use Houstonic Lumber because they have a great sales staff and a fully stocked yard of quality materials.
I use Houstonic Lumber for the competitive pricing and the quality of their material.
Houstonic Lumber, 23 Factory Street in Derby, where the professionals shop.
So welcome back to DeBarber Field. Overcast day. It is homecoming day and senior day. And Seymour leads it in the first quarter here, 3-0. They have the football. Do they take over on downs at the 30? And that is Matt's sympathy. Maybe 2 on the play. And Benitez from the monster back spot on the tackle, 5'8", 161-pound sophomore.
They try and get a pull inside by Alapat and then coming up behind it, Sympathy, but a good job by Carlos Benitez, the sophomore. About a yard gain for the Wildcats up on top. Some of the fans here. Not a bad afternoon to watch a football game. A little overcast, but not as cold as it's been in the past couple days.
2nd and 9 for the Cats.
Lost the football.
And a loose ball. And the indication, the Crosby Bulldogs have come up with it. Number 78 might have fallen on it, the defensive tackle Carson Murphy.
This is a problem with the mesh inside to the fullback. Tries to pull it out. The quarterback, Matt Thomas, tries to take it back out of the fullback's stomach. Never was able to hold on to it. You see the recovery right there for the Crosby Bulldogs. They are at the 31-yard line of the Wildcats, and there you see not a good sight there as Kevin McMullen is on his way to the ambulance.
So first down for the Bulldogs, and he wants to throw the football. That is Mark Fuller, and he gets it out to Verino for a short completion. Number 9, Mike Verino, 6'1", 184-pound senior captain.
I like this kid, Mark Fuller. He's a big young man and has a strong arm. He finds Verino across the 30. Good move by Verino to pick up an extra yard or two. Second, about 6 for the right there. Go Crosby Bulldogs.
2nd down. Bulldogs are at the 27 of Seymour. On misdirection, the scissors play. That is Echeverria. He's going to be taken down, however. Great tackle by Mike Aldo on the play. Echeverria had an open field in front of him.
That's why they had tearaway jerseys at one time here, because all Aldo was able to get is a part of this sleeve as Echeverria comes through. He just reaches out, gets a part of the sleeve, and is able to make the stop. 3rd and about 3 for the Bulldogs here inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line.
3rd and short. The line of scrimmage now the 24 of Seymour. Power I now formation for Crosby. And running the football behind his blockers, Jason Schaefer. He's not going to pick up the first down.
Ran into his blocker as he got to the line of scrimmage, was unable to get free, and then Seymour, one of the Seymour inside people, is able to grab him. Watch, he runs into 62, and then coming up is 89 for the Wildcats making the stop. That's Tim Sadik. It's going to be short of that first down. Sadik is coming out for equipment, but it'll be a 4th, about 2 for Crosby, and they're going to go for it here. I don't think they have the field goal capabilities that the Wildcats had, and they're going to take a shot at the first down.
Trying to spot what the Wildcats have done, Buddy, to replace Kevin Mullen. Chris Thompson has moved in as one of the front 4 for the Cats. He, along with Derek Jones, Troy Sobieski, and Alex Alapat.
And I think what you're talking about with Mullen out of there, Coach Paul Sponheimer just took a timeout because Sadik would have been out of there for the next play. He's taken a timeout to get his player back into the football game. I think he's a little bit concerned defensively with Mullen gone. He would not want Sadik out of there at the same time. So they've given a timeout here to get their defense back on the field. As you see Sadik back into the defensive huddle. Paul Sponheimer there right in the middle talking to that group of young men. Big play here for Crosby. You don't want to give Crosby a pep rally. A first down here and a good drive at some points are going to keep this Crosby Bulldog football team in the game, and I know the Wildcats don't want to do that if they can possibly help it. And there's a young guy out in the wilderness. He got his football, though. Must have gone over the fence. He got that little football back.
Well, we've been up here at the Barber when it's been actually much colder. It's not a bad, well, there's a familiar figure.
Boy, I'll tell you, there's two guys there that went out for Halloween, didn't have to dress up. Coach Butch Marazzi on your left and Bill DeMayo on your right. I think Coach DeMayo's son is to the right of him also. But Coach Marazzi with a big win last night keeps that playoff hopes alive. Shelton, Amity, really involved in a battle for that 3rd and 4th spot in the LLL division, and we hope if both of those teams are alive that we'll be able to cover them both on their playoff stint to the CIAC championships.
4th and short. Line of scrimmage, the 23 of Seymour. Power I set, and Fuller gives it on a draw play. It goes to Schaefer, and at last lunge might have netted the South for the first down.
I tell you, 2 yards and they go with the draw play. That's an interesting call, and if they make it, it's going to be a great call here. Fuller gets back, starting on the 30. Schaefer has 10 yards to pick up the first down, and boy, I'll tell you,
right there. That's close.
It is very, very close.
Going to call, and it depends upon where they spotted it.
Did not make it, and it's going to be by the hair here. It looks like he did not make it. No.
And Bob Arcero got into the mix there. He wanted to take a closer look. So the Cats have held on downs.
Big play by that Seymour defense. They come up big on that draw play to Schaefer. Seymour will start with their second possession of this football game right at their own 21-yard line. As you see coming back into the huddle, Matt Thomas.
And I want to see who took, if I get a chance to see who took the spot of Kevin Mullen, right tackle. First down for the Cats under the I formation. And a flag is coming in from the far official. Yeah, Buddy has noted for me that the replacement at right tackle for the Cats, that's number 66. It's Derek Jones.
Tried to come inside with that trap play. A good job by Crosby on that, but there's a marker on the play, and it looks like it's going to go against the Crosby Bulldogs, so it will cost them a big one. That's going to be a 15-yarder. It's got to be a personal foul, some type of personal foul against them. So mistake, face mask, as Eddie is saying here, and it'll be another big first down for the Wildcats. They get up across the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
First and 10 for the Wildcats at the 38.
Pollock to the bottom part of your screen. Pantaleo to the top part of your screen. Standard set by the Cats, and Sadek will set up as a tight end to the left side. First down for Seymour. They lead it 3-0. We're deep into the first quarter at the Barber Field in Seymour. And Thomas wants to put it up on first down, and he throws it to the tight end. That's Sadek. It's a misfire. The coverage by Verano of the Crosby Bulldogs.
Good job on the boot as he makes the fake inside to Sympathy, and then Thomas is able to get outside, but really not well thrown football here. Sadek never had an opportunity. Verano was on coverage, but it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. They enjoy a 3-0 lead here with 2:26 left to go in this first quarter.
One of the areas that Paul Sponheimer is working on with his team, of course, because they've been a predominantly running team. You've talked with him before the game. He wants to try to do something with that passing game, maybe get a little more balanced, but they are a terrific running team. Well, they throw it out again. No, that's ruled an incompleted pass. The pass was intended for Pollock, and it went off his fingertips.
Watch number 29, Lenny Walker, come in here as the ball is muffed here. And then number 29, it did hit the ground. Great call by the official as Lenny Walker picked it up, but after it hit the turf, and there again, another young person here enjoying the hill at Seymour. One of the fanatic or parts of Seymour is having that hill to roll down, and
it's more fun when there's snow on the ground here. We have been here a lot of times when we have had the kids sliding down the hill and snowboarding or whatever. It's just a better setting with the snow. Sorry, people. 3rd and 10. To the short side of the field, that is Matt Thomas. He's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That was number 26, Schaefer, coming up to make the stop for the Bulldogs, they make the fake on the same play, and then Thomas just puts it down, tries to get the outside. Schaefer comes up, does a good job of making the stop. It's going to be a 4th and about 13 punting situation for Seymour. So Crosby does a great job with their stopping Seymour's second offensive possession here, and they are going to force the Wildcats to punt.
Sobieski will punt it away for the Cats, standing at his 22-yard line.
Not a great kick.
High punt. And let's see which way it rolls. It's going to roll down inside the Crosby 30-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over on their next possession with under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Crosby has the ball at their own 28, first down and 10.
With the shift of quarterbacks, buddy, Bob Arcero thinks that his team is better off with this shift. The fact that Fuller has played quarterback, has had extensive background, and has started many games for the Bulldogs, and moving Verano to a receiver spot where he's been the last couple of years, it just cannot do anything but help Crosby. And a little bit of misdirection, the scissors play on that play. That's Lemmy Walker ending up with the football. Little or no gain on the play, though. The Cats defensed it well.
This does not give the defense a real opportunity to adjust. It's a very quick inside handoff, very deep also, and number 29, Lenny Walker, is very fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage on that one, as Seymour did a great job. As you get a look at the cheerleaders, Seymour defense did a good job on that one. Tough play on that to get that depth and then to try and make a reverse work.
Split backs now for Crosby on 2nd and 10, just inside their 30. Second back, that's Lemmy Walker to the short side of the field. We've got a flag thrown in there, and Walker is...
It's going to be a hold against probably Verano as the outside man, as they tried to come again with a little counter, and it's going to be a hold against the white. See if you can see Verano at the top of your screen. Looks like he's going to have too much of number 24, Eric Pollock, and coming around the corner, Lenny Walker is going to be ridden out of bounds, but that was where that penalty came. Pollock was being held by Verano, and it's going to force the Bulldogs back inside their 20-yard line if Seymour takes the penalty.
I would like to be those young people right there, and girls with the Seymour Wildcat mascot. Referee for today's game, Tom O'Neill, with the call on the field. 2nd and 24 now for the Bulldogs.
Second down, about 17 from the...
Make that 2nd and 17 at the they're 21. We're just a little bit over a minute to go here in the first quarter. Seymour leads at 3-0. Play fake, Fuller back to throw. He can air it out. He has a receiver out there. Wide open was Lemmy Walker. He simply overthrew him, but Walker was clear and free. 5'10", 162-pound junior for Crosby. Let's watch it again.
They send Rosa down the middle and then out of the backfield, going down the far sideline, wide open. Down there is Echeverria, and Fuller just really never found him. But the Crosby Bulldogs, you get a look at the Seymour sidelines. Crosby did a good job of getting Rosa in the middle, bringing the safety over, and then the corner just froze and coming into that open area, but unable to complete it for the Bulldogs was Walker. As you look at
no, I don't think
a lot of the people here on that sideline. That's not the Bulldog.
That was not a Bulldog. 3rd and 17. I formation, play fake, Fuller again to put it up. He screens it. Schaefer is just unable to gather it in. He bounces it off the turf here. It is incomplete.
Schaefer's got a lot of running room on that one as Fuller comes back again. Coming in very quickly as Sobolewski forces the screen and then just unable to come up with it. 31 there for Seymour was really the only guy that had an opportunity to make the play, and that was Matt Sympathy. Brings up a punting situation for the Bulldogs.
And Fuller is the punter for the Crosby Bulldogs. Coming into the game, Fuller's stats as a punter, 16 punts, 39.7 yards average. This one is not one of his better ones. And that comes to Pollock. The wall is set up. at the 40. And he'll be taken out of bounds at the 30-yard line of Crosby. But hold the phone. We've got a flag drop back at the Seymour 48.
Line drive allows the return to take place. Gets to the wall, Eric Pollock does. But this one is going to come back as he is driven out of bounds by the kicker, Mark Fuller. This one will back Seymour up close to their inside their own 40-yard line if they mark it from the spot, and it will be a first down for the Wildcats. 43 or 49 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
There's the indication
Back there, 38, first down and 10.
Clip on the punt return. So instead of having the football down at the 30 of Crosby, the Cats end up with it at their 38. And they have a 3-point lead by virtue of the 36-yard field goal by Eric Pollock on Seymour's first possession. And they have been stymied offensively ever since then. On the pitch, Sympathy with some good running room. He's going to be run down from behind by number 29, Lemmy Walker. But a fine effort on first down, and a first down for the Cats.
Good job on the option, the fake inside to the fullback, and then no one plays the pitch man. Allows Sympathy to get to the corner and really turn, get upfield for the first down at about midfield. You see Walker come in from behind to make the stop, but really nobody forcing, no contain on that corner for the Bulldogs. You'll see the Wildcats come back to that again and again until the Bulldogs are able to force some kind of containment on that pitch.
High formation for Seymour directly at midfield. Sadek again will set up as the tight end to the left side, and Panaleo steps back to make Sadek an eligible receiver.
Movement before the snap of the ball. Procedure penalty will cost the Wildcats.
Looked like Chris Thomas got a little bob in there before the snap, and that's going to cost the Wildcats 5 yards. Again, homecoming and the cheerleaders here on the Seymour side. Pretty good crowd here for homecoming for this last home game that the Wildcats will play here at the Barber. They've got 2 more on the road after this. I think it's Wlcott and Kennedy left to play.
You got it right. First and 15, a long count, a play fake. Back to throw is Matt Thomas. Gets it out there. Pollock at the 25. And finally taken out of bounds by number 34, Carlos Benitez. But the play was open.
First out of bounds by Benitez.
Pollock had to hang around for this one, as this takes a long time getting there. That's how wide open Eric Pollock is. Thomas gets it out there. Ball hangs a little bit. Watch Pollock after he makes the catch does a great job beating Verano here and then getting to the shortest distance to that goal line before he's going to get run out of bounds by number 34. That's Carlos Benitez, and the ball at the 11.
So first down for Seymour. Their deepest penetration since their opening possession. They're going to hand off to the fullback. That is Mike Aldo, and he is close to the touchdown. He's as near to a touchdown as you can possibly be, right at the goal line. Mike Aldo, 6 foot, 200-pound senior fullback.
Fullback just comes straight through, and there's nobody home at tackle. Some great blocks inside by Seymour, and Aldo's about a half a yard short of a touchdown here for Seymour. As we are under 15 seconds in this first quarter, and Seymour about to go ahead here.
Well, this has usually been the territory where Matt Thomas just calls his own number. He's coming into the game, he already has 10 rushing touchdowns, and it's number 11.
Right over Sobolewski and Alapat for the score. So with the 3-point field goal and now the touchdown, it is 9-0. You see Thomas just follow Alapat right over Sobolewski for the score. We've got 8 seconds left here, and Seymour now with a pretty good 9-0, about to be 10-0 lead against the Crosby Bulldogs.
And Pollock to attempt the point after. And the former soccer player converts on the extra point. And we have completed the first quarter here at DeBarber Field in Seymour. Our first quarter score, Seymour 10, Crosby nothing.
As corny as it may sound, I actually did want to help people. I'm in a program during the school year with a local hospital in which I go there 2 days a week.
When you're working in the hospital, you get to see the real deal.
You get to see exactly how a doctor lives, and you get to see that a doctor's life isn't just, okay, I'm going to operate and get a big paycheck for it. It added a new depth. Everything became real.
We're back to DeBarber Field in Seymour, and you see teeing up the football, Eric Pollock. Seymour leads it 10-0, and scoring from scrimmage on the last play. The first quarter was Matt Thomas sneaking it in from 1 yard out.
Pollock kicking off.
And the ball bouncing around, going to Schaefer. And the sophomore close to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will go on offense.
Schaefer will get it right about the 16-yard line and then runs into a lot of interference. Most of it his own guys who just do not get out of the way. About the 29-yard line, Seymour runs into him, and it'll be a first down for Crosby here. They need to get some offensive punch going in this football game. Seymour is going to be able to drive and score, and they've got to be able to keep up with the Wildcats because Seymour can put some points on the board.
Power I formation for the Bulldogs. And on a draw, that's Schaefer. But Alapat gets to him after Schaefer picks up 1 or 2 on the play.
Again, the draw out of the power I. Schaefer gets up to the line of scrimmage, runs into the Wildcat defense. Alapat leads it. It'll be a second. They picked up about 2 on that, but a second and about 8 for Crosby here in this football game. 11:21 left in this first half.
Again, the power I set. 2nd and 8. Football at the 30. Seymour leads it 10-0. Fuller, quick drop, completes it over the middle to the number 86 backup tight end Jeff Collins, 6'2", 185-pound senior.
Carter has pretty good coverage. It's just a good throw by Fuller. Just the slant in. Good protection by the tight end for the Bulldogs, Collins, in protecting the football and making a catch for the first down.
And this time they're going to split Collins out to the top part of your screen. First down for the Bulldogs at their 40. And Fuller will swing it out. That's Schaefer. Schaefer has dropped a couple of catchable balls. It goes incomplete on the first down flare-out pass.
Fuller puts it right into Schaefer's arms. Very good throw. Schaefer just does not look it in. It'll be a 2nd and 10 for Bulldog or the Crosby Bulldogs, right at the Seymour or at the Crosby 40-yard line.
Again, the offense splits the wide receivers. To the bottom part of your screen, it's Verino. To the top part is Collins. Coleman, Walker, the blocking backs, and they'll screen it. And is that Coleman? I believe it's Coleman.
Bonus pass complete to Rosa.
Or Chris Thompson on the stop.
This time, Crosby will come with the middle screen.
3rd down 3.
Fuller does a good job of selling it, and then number 22, Coleman, gets caught from behind by Chris Thompson. 3rd and makeable, about 3. The ball at about the 46, 47-yard line. So again, a big 3rd down play here for Crosby.
Thompson has taken Mullen's spot on defense. Kevin hurt earlier in this football game. Fuller again on that slanted. That's open. And it goes to the tight end, Collins, for another Crosby first down.
Collins a big target. Again, just a slant, and watch Collins use his body to keep Carter away from him. Fuller puts it right in, and it is a big third down conversion for the Bulldogs. Ball up now at the Seymour 40-yard line.
And we mentioned this a couple of times. Mark Fuller might be his first start for the Crosby Bulldogs. He's seen action at quarterback, but he has been the quarterback for the Crosby Bulldogs ever since the middle of his sophomore year. And quarterbacking to this part of the season had been Mike Verino. Again, Crosby feeling that they're going to have a better team down the stretch with this combination. Mark Fuller, we have found out, is a very talented young quarterback and with a good arm. Play might have been a little bit too late in developing. The ball is on the turf, and it's recovered by the Seymour Wildcats. Is that Sobieski who might have been on the recovery?
This one, just as Eddie said, just takes too long to develop. Echeverria comes from downtown Seymour to try and get this one, and by the time he gets there are just too many blue jerseys. Or that, excuse me, was Walker trying to come across, but Seymour ran on top of it, and they're going to take over at the 45-yard line. First down for the Wildcats.
I want to give credit, Bud, to Josh Tottenham that came in and really disrupted the Crosby offense. Josh playing a linebacker this afternoon for the Cats. First down for the Wildcats after the Crosby turnover at the 44 in the second quarter here at the Barber Field in Seymour. And they're going to hand it off to the fullback, and that's Aldo. He's treated roughly by the nose guard. Edwin Lopez takes him down.
Again, Lopez has all of the shirt. It's just the inside part of this option as Lopez gets a part of the jersey, and then we'll finally drag Alapad down to the turf. Picked up about 2 yards on that. And that's part of the band that entertains at the beginning of the football game. Probably will be entertaining at halftime.
And they are a welcome addition here to DeBarber. And the handoff again goes to the fullback. That is Aldo for some tough yards to midfield.
Aldo, the ball carrier, tackle made by Coleman.
Taken down by defensive end Julian Coleman.
Aldo breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, picks up a couple extra yards for the Wildcats. It's a third, about 4.5 for Seymour. Ball just at midfield, right in the middle of the Seymour football helmet.
Well, Pantaleo along with Bucky Pollock to the top part of your screen. On 3rd and 4 from midfield, and a quick count. And Matt Thomas simply takes it on a quarterback sneak. And now it depends on the spot.
A little short from where they are. He's going to be a little short. Soft middle. Watch Thomas just come up straight ahead. Almost picks up the first down. It'll be a 4th and less than the football. Interesting call here for Paul Sponheimer. You see him there just talking with Bobby Keller, but I think the Wildcats are going to go for it here as both Paul and Bobby Keller come into your picture right there. They need about the length of the football to hold on to this drive.
And the sun makes its first appearance at the Barber Field in Seymour.
Oh, I love it.
We have contact before the snap of the ball.
The Cats
they got that shift in. They're going to pick up the first down as Seymour draws Crosby into the neutral zone, and they brought the whole football team into the neutral zone. Watch now as everybody moves and everybody on white just takes off.
Crosby offside.
And that, I love that kind of play. They are able to pick up the easy 4 or 5 yards and the first down.
And there's your call. And forcing Crosby to jump off sides, encroachment. So it's now first down for Seymour at the 41 of Crosby. We're approaching the midpoint of the second quarter. It's our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week.
1st and 10 Wildcats, the ball at the 41-yard line of Crosby.
A Naugatuck Valley League contest. To the tailback, that's Sympathy. We've got a flag dropped in there. Usually when the flag is dropped in there, it's an offensive hold.
Or a face mask, one of the two, Eddie, but it is a hold. You are correct. Tom O'Neill makes the signal. Coming up inside looks like number 57 for Seymour was involved. That's Wildcat on the hold against Lopez, but it's going to cost Seymour the 10 yards. It'll back him up to midfield.
So we'll repeat the down. 1st and 20 now for Seymour. As you just saw, you've just seen Matt Thomas get his final instructions from offensive coordinator Bob Kello.
First down and 19.
Quick drop over the middle. The play is open. Pollock simply dropped it before taking a hit from Verano on the play. Play was there.
Just again, a little bit of a slant pass or a quick post. Pollock was wide open, and that was a catchable football. Verano was coming up, but Pollock had ample time to make that catch. It's a second, close to 20 for the first down, as Seymour has to get to the 31-yard line if they want to hold on to this possession.
The quick hitter to the fullback. Aldo to the 40. Spins out of a tackle down to the 30-yard line, and another Seymour first down. Aldo for 20 on the play.
This is a great call by Bobby Kello as Aldo really untouched as he comes through the line. There was a great block downfield by Seymour. Pancake number 26 for the Crosby Bulldogs, and allowed Aldo to pick up the first down. So a big play for the Wildcat offense. They are at the 30, 1st and 10.
Seymour in a passing formation, single back, a wing to the right. And Aldo gets the football stuck in his belly, but this time the Crosby defense up to make the play. Getting his helmet in there, Mark Mango, one of the captains, and a linebacker for Crosby.
Watched in the mesh again. That was the problem when they had the fumble in the first quarter. Matt Thomas a little unsure whether he wanted to give it or pull, and Aldo able to hold on. He'll pick up about a half a yard. The ball just across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down for the Wildcats. We've got about 5:14 left in this first half.
Also in on the last stop for Crosby was Steve Meyer, defensive tackle. 2nd down, and they're going to try that workhorse fullback, Mike Aldo again, and Mike for a pair on the play. Cats holding on to the football this afternoon.
Certainly a difference than last week. Again, they try and get the fullback up quickly into that hole. Good job by Lopez, Murphy, along with Mango in stopping that, as they have done a good job of containing the fullback, except for that last big run. They've not done a bad job, the Bulldogs, in containing the fullback in this Seymour offense.
3rd and 7. The line of scrimmage is the 27 of Crosby. And they're going to split, Seymour's going to split Sadek on the play. We're going to get an encroachment call if Seymour did not move offensively. Carson Murphy jumped off on the play, 6 foot, 196-pound sophomore defensive tackle. But they're going to call it against Seymour. They're going to say someone moved there.
Yeah, there it is.
There's the move.
That's a very good call. There was a little flinch, and it will cost Seymour 5. So Carson Murphy was drawn into the neutral zone.
3rd and 12.
3rd and 12 now for the Cats with the mark off of 5 yards. Sadek to the bottom, left part of your screen. And it's Aldo with a couple of Bulldogs on his back. 26, Jason Schaefer. Let's see who gets up from the pile there. Number 66, the nose guard Lopez.
Again, just trying to get the fullback inside. They run a pretty good blocking scheme, Seymour does, with Sobolewski, Barker, and Wildcat. Coach Paul Sponheimer down on the field, kneeling there. It's a 4th and 10. They were able to get a first down by way of a little trickery last time. Let's see what they do here. At the 30, they're going to go for it as they bring their offense out, and they are not punting.
I formation. Panaleo to the left. Pollock to the right. Now they're going to move the tight end Sadek to the left as Panaleo moves back. Sadek now becomes an eligible receiver. Thomas throws it. It is incomplete on fourth down. It was going for Pollock and goes incomplete.
Pollock ran the curl right at the first down marker. I don't know whether we'll pick it up, but there was some contact out there. Ball out of the hands of Pollock. Would have been a great catch if he came up with it. Crosby takes over.
We'll have Crosby's possession right after this.
Hot Tops, your #1 custom printing professionals. At Hot Tops' new 15,000 square foot facility in Shelton, our automated textile printer will handle any size order quickly and efficiently. Artwork can be reproduced or designed for you in our graphic art department. As the largest in-house embroidery facility in the area, and see why Hot Tops is #1. In business for 19 years, Hot Tops features an ad specialty product line that includes mugs, sports bottles, and a wide variety of imprinted items. For your next order, call Hot Tops, where your image is our business.
We're back at the Barber Field in Seymour, where the sun is trying to stay out. Made an appearance a while ago. Seymour leads it 10-0, this Naugatuck Valley League game. And Crosby's just taken over on downs. Senior fullback Fuller throws it downfield. It's caught by Walker at the 40, the 30, and Walker is going to go in for the score. A 70-yard pass play from Mark Fuller to Lemmy Walker.
First guy down there, give him a big hug, is the guy who threw it. Fuller sets back on the 20, and he just hits Mr. Walker in stride. Right there, Seymour knocks themselves out of the play, going for the interception. And Walker will go about 70 yards on that one, and it puts the Bulldogs right back into this football game. A big throw from Mark Fuller to Lenny Walker. And now the conversion attempt by the Bulldogs with about 3:06 left to go here in this first half.
Timeout, Crosby.
And the Crosby Bulldogs will call a timeout. So Crosby answers back in the second quarter. The Cats at that point had led it to 10-0. Now let's take a look at that TD again. There's the play fake. Mark Fuller.
Fuller airs it out. He does a good job of giving his receiver an opportunity. Great flight on the football. Notice how that nose comes right down.
November 21st at Actors Holiday Inn in Seymour from 7 to 12.
Just a great play for the Bulldogs. And again, it just puts them right in the middle of this one. And I know the Wildcats do not want Crosby hanging around here.
Any member of the kickoff club, we support this.
We've talked about it. It's well known that Crosby and Seymour have matched up four times since Seymour has entered the Naugatuck Valley League, and really this has been a nemesis team for the Wildcats.
Really has. The one time Seymour beat him, they spanked him pretty good, but
it was here 2 years ago.
60 to something, somewhere in the 60s, but I know the Wildcats have had all they can handle with Barbacero and his Crosby Bulldogs, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to be around for a while in this one. As last week Seymour took away the cushion they had for the state playoffs. They cannot afford to stumble, and they've got to win this one and come away with 2 wins in the next 2 games to be in that state playoff picture.
They have the destiny in their hands, as you see the extra point converted.
The Bulldogs got a little momentum switch here, and we'll see what they do now on defense with about 3:05, 3:06 left to go in the first half. And again, can't overstate the loss of Kevin Mullen to this football team. And the Wildcats have a guy to, when you lose a guy like him, you lose a guy on both sides of the football, and you've got to make up for it. And he's a guy that comes up with big plays for you, and it's tough to have him out of the lineup, both offensively and defensively. And hot chocolate, a little bit of part of the key here today. The 2 young ladies just on a little stroll here after that touchdown by Fuller to Lenny Walker.
By the way, the extra point converted by Dritan Mersini for the Bulldogs. And you're right about Kevin Mullen, Bud. Just has been an outstanding player. We didn't like what we never like it when we see the young men have to go in the ambulance to the hospital. We just hope that he is all right, but just an outstanding player. And Seymour is not a team with the greatest depth anyway. So what happens is once you lose someone like Kevin Mullen, it really, really impacts.
any football team, when you lose one of your best players, there's not a lot of depth anywhere to take that place. And
that's true.
His presence on the field is just something that the other players look up to, and they look for him to make that big play. And now someone else for Seymour is going to have to step up big here, as the Crosby Bulldogs are right in this football game, 10-7.
Mercini will kick it off for the Bulldogs. And it's Bucky Pollock with the seam outside the 30-yard line, and he gets it up to the 40-yard line on the far side of the field. And so the Cats will have good field position.
Plenty of time on the clock. Seymour took a timeout earlier, so they've got 2 left. Pollock takes the football. He'll jog a little, and now watch, he breaks to the outside. He's going to get caught from behind here. He might go the distance. Right here, he's forced to pull up, and then he's going to get picked up from behind right at the 40-yard line, where Seymour will put the ball in play. So with just under 3 minutes, Seymour has a lot of time. Let's see what they do with their 2-minute offense, as that band is getting ready for the halftime entertainment.
First down for Seymour, I formation. Play fake, and Thomas will air it out on first down, and we've got a flag dropped, and Pollock on the reception at the 36-yard line, and Echeverria on the coverage. Could have been a pass interference on the defense. Let's see what happens here.
I like the strategy from Seymour as they go for a big one right away. This gives them some time as they're going to be down inside the 40-yard line. Thomas gets the ball up pretty high, and it gives the defender a chance to recover, but a good catch by Pollock right at about the 35-36. It's going to go against. The penalty is going against Crosby, so obviously Seymour will decline. They're going to have a first down right at the 36-yard line.
So we look at the clock now, because we are under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Seymour would like to get in for another score to extend this lead, now leading at 10-7. First down. I formation. Play fake. Thomas is under a rush now. 55, the backer, and Captain Mango gets to Thomas at the 45.
Mark Mango just comes clean on a blitz. You'll see him really almost beat the quarterback back as Thomas takes a look. He knows he's in some trouble and just covers up. He got some help from Collins, but Mango will get credit for the sack. Paul Sponheimer obviously doesn't like what he saw on that one, and it'll be a second and very long for Seymour. We're under 2 minutes here in this second quarter.
2nd and 18. One of the changes defensively for Crosby coming into the season is they moved their captain Mark Mango from defensive tackle to linebacker, and it's paid off for the Bulldogs. The short pass in the flat to Eric Pollock. Pollock led maybe a little bit too much. It goes off his fingertips. It's going to be incomplete. A 3rd and 18 coming up.
Again, they've run this play. They just try and step Pollock up and then throw to him. Pollock would have been a good catch. Was a catchable football, but well thrown by Matt Thomas. You see Paul Sponheimer now with a big 3rd down call. Bobby Kello to his right behind him there with the headsets, and it's going to be a big play here. They've got to pick up at least half the distance, I think, for Seymour to think about going forward on 4th down. They've got to get at least to about the 35-yard line.
Cats will split the backfield, and they're going to run Aldo, and Aldo down to the 38-yard line. We might have a late hit here because the flag is dropped in at the end of the play.
That may help on the decision here, because I don't think Seymour will go for it unless they pick up some more yardage on the penalty. Dead ball, personal foul, and they're going to kick the first down. So it's a big mistake by Crosby. Let's see if we can pick up what happens. They just try and get Aldo right up the middle. Aldo will get pretty good drive. And I'll tell you, there it is right there.
There's the late hit.
That's going to come in from number 34, Carlos Benitez, and he's going to cost his team a big one. It'll put Seymour about the 23-yard line with 1:34 left in this first half. It gives Seymour plenty of time, and Crosby's going to take a timeout to talk it over. Bobacero wants his defense over at the 30-yard line, and
the ball at the 23-yard line.
Can't afford to make those kind of mistakes against a good football team and hang around. And I know Bobby Acero is going to emphasize that to his players, had them in a big 4th down, and now they've given the Wildcats a 1st down at the 23.
Well, Crosby's 2-4 in the year, and when I asked Bob Arcero about his team and what's it been like generally, he says, Ed, one area that we've really been hurt on, penalties. You saw it there.
Penalties are a killer. You just cannot afford to give a good team opportunities. Crosby has played pretty good defense in this football game, and that big play by Fuller to the pass play, Fuller to Walker, put this team back in the game. And I know they don't want to give up one here just at the end of the half. They've had pretty good momentum. They'd like to take a 10 or 10-7 deficit into the locker room, talk it over, come back out to start the second half. But their defense is going to have to come up big here with 1:34 left in this first half. Seymour still has 2 timeouts, so there is plenty of time. Crosby is going to have to stop the Seymour offense if they want to get in with a 3-point deficit.
So the line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line after the Aldo run and the 15-yard mark-off for a personal foul. And about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining on the scissors play.
Ball.
Sympathy might have lost his feet because I think he had a little bit more room than that. Taken down by Rosa on the play.
Inside scissors. Good job by Seymour on the blocking. As you see, a big hole. And there's where Sympathy lost his footing. So he tried to get back to the corner. It is a 2nd down for the Wildcats.
2nd and short now. Thomas, a short drop. We've got flags dropped on the play.
The way Paul Sponheimer reacted on the sidelines, this one is going to go against the Wildcats. Looks like they got a little false start with their offense. Again, Tommy O'Neill signals that offsides, and it will back Seymour up. So Seymour has not been able to take advantage of the gift that Crosby gave them with the personal foul as they are making their own mistakes. They're back to about the 22. It'll be a 2nd and 9 for the offense. And that clock continues to run. We are under 1 minute.
2nd and 9 from the 22. It is Aldo, breaks out of a tackle, maintains his balance, and gets it down to the 15-yard line. Outstanding senior running back.
Seymour will use their 2nd timeout as Aldo is very close to that 1st down. Breaks a tackle inside there from Meyer, and then gets down very close to that 1st down and right at the 15-yard line. Certainly field goal area for Seymour, so they right now have an opportunity, I would think, to at least try for a field goal. They will probably save that 1 timeout with 52 seconds to make sure they can get their field goal team an opportunity.
Seymour leads it 10-7. Buddy mentioned we're under 1 minute to play here, and there's the offensive huddle on the Seymour sidelines, and with his back to you, the indomitable Bob Kello. I don't know what that means.
Bobby has done a great job here at Seymour. He would make an excellent head coach for some program, and I know he's very happy here at Seymour, but he's a guy that certainly could be a head coach in any program around the state. He's got a great mind for offense, does a good job developing quarterbacks and running the offense, and I know he and Paul go back a long way, and they've had a great relationship, but Bobby certainly is an outstanding coach in his own right.
3rd and short for Seymour. They're at the Crosby 15. Closing moments of the first half and a critical juncture in this game. Aldo at the 10, the 5, touchdown.
Got a penalty inside though, Eddie. Let's wait and see what it is. It's a holding penalty against Seymour, and this is going to come back right at about the 8-yard line.
Holding against the Wildcats.
Let's see if we can pick it up. It had to be inside. I could not find it, but it is going to negate the touchdown, obviously, and it'll back Seymour up to the 19. And I know Paul signals what everyone else is asking. Where was it?
Well, we football back to the 19th. 3rd and 5 now for the Cats.
On the 18-yard line, 3rd down and 5.
47 ticks showing on the scoreboard clock, and that time is official. Jim Carey, the official, keeping track of the time. The pass is aired out, up for grabs. He was going for Pollock on the play. Double coverage by Echeverria, and Verano incomplete, bringing up a 4th down.
Echeverria does an outstanding job of not losing his feet here and then just tipping it away at the last second. Pollock with an opportunity, but Echeverria does a good job of tipping it away. 4th down for Seymour. They need about 5 for the first. They've got to go about 23 for the touchdown, or excuse me, 19 for the touchdown.
Offset I formation. And they shift again.
Penalty marker down.
Did they draw Crosby into the neutral zone again? As the officials huddle.
They think they did. If the reaction from Mr. Collins, number 86, is any indication, it's going to go against Crosby again. So, again, Seymour able to use a little bit of deception here. They now have a makeable 1st down, 4th and less than 1 at about the 14-yard line.
And they just ran off just 6 seconds of time here, so we're down to 41 ticks remaining. And a very makeable 1st down. Let's see if Thomas just takes it straight ahead. No, he relies on...
Oh, I don't think he... Oh, he might have got it at the
Aldo,
end.
And Aldo, last lunge, might have picked it up. It was Mango on his back.
He was whacked in the backfield as he got to the line of scrimmage. Watch right along the line now as Aldo gets the football. He's going to get backed up right there, hit again, and now watch the second effort. That may have gotten it.
And then you see him extend the football.
It depends on the mark on this one, because Mr. Aldo just begets it, has done it all by himself.
Well, this is the second close measurement. This one goes to the Crosby Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs have really dodged a big bullet here after the personal foul penalty, and they will have to hold on to the football for about 35 seconds, and I don't expect to see Crosby do anything but take a knee. I think Babacero and company will be very happy to go in at halftime down 10-7 to the Wildcats.
And out over the football is their center, Edwin Lopez, just a junior. That's a young offensive line for the Crosby Bulldogs, and overall a young team. 1st down, the quarterback is Fuller. Well, he's going to give it to the fullback.
Don't understand the logic, honestly. I would not want to risk a handoff when I am going to just kill the football anyway, so why not just let the quarterback take a knee? I don't know here.
Well, that was Coleman, one of the captains.
About 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
As the clock is just going to run down here. By the way, the captains for Crosby this year.
There's a young guy that is dressed for the game. He's got his Seymour letter sweater on already.
And we've just played out the first half here, and I'll get to the captains of the Crosby Bulldogs sometime in the second half. One half is complete here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Our first half score, Seymour 10, Crosby 7. Back with our halftime show right after this.
I hang out with a pretty trashy circle, the circle that helps this circle. It starts when we recycle trash at home. It's completed when we buy products made from recycled materials. Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-CALL-EDF for your free Buy Recycled shopping guide. 1-800-CALL-EDF.
We're back at the Barber Field in Seymour. And on the field, we have a lot of young ladies at Seymour High School, pom-pom girls, and they are going to be performing for you at halftime. You just saw the Pom-Pom girls along with the Seymour High School cheerleaders at halftime here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Our halftime score is Seymour 10 and Crosby 7. And we'll be right back with the second half kickoff right after Valley Worthy of Note.
Welcome to Valley Worthy of Note, a bi-weekly update of people, places, and events making news in your communities. A raging three-alarm fire engulfed a four-story building on Main Street, Ansonia, October 20th. The 100-year-old building housed 8 businesses, 2 of which were destroyed, along with a basement warehouse and a small church. A dozen people were left homeless by the blaze, which was extinguished by 75 firefighters from Ansonia, Shelton, and Derby. Causing millions of dollars in damage, the fire attracted statewide attention. The building has since been demolished, and that portion of Main Street has been declared a disaster area.
I hope they get some help in rebuilding this building. We had 2 active businesses there with the insurance company and the optometrist. They're a younger group, and I'd like to see them rebuild and get back into town. It's an important part of our business on the Main Street.
Master Hu Tien Chen, a freestyle paper cutter, visited Laurel Edge School in Beacon Falls.
Well, you just saw the Pom-Pom girls along with the Seymour High School cheerleaders at halftime here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Our halftime score is Seymour 10 and Crosby 7. And we'll be right back with the second half kickoff right after Valley Worthy of Note.
Welcome to Valley Worthy of Note, a bi-weekly update of people, places, and events making news in your communities. A raging three-alarm fire engulfed a four-story building on Main Street, Ansonia, October 20th. The 100-year-old building housed 8 businesses, 2 of which were destroyed, along with a basement warehouse and a small church. A dozen people were left homeless by the blaze, which was extinguished by 75 firefighters from Ansonia, Shelton, and Derby. Causing millions of dollars in damage, the fire attracted statewide attention. The building has since been demolished, and that portion of Main Street has been declared a disaster area.
I hope they get some help in rebuilding this building. We had 2 active businesses there with the insurance company and the optometrist. They're a younger group, and I'd like to see them rebuild and get back into town. It's an important part of our business on the Main Street.
Master Hu Tien Chen, a freestyle paper cutter, visited Laurel Edge School.
Echeverria from behind with that shirt tackle takes him down.
Excellent job by Seymour in setting up the wall to the near side, and Pollock able to get to it, just runs into Echeverria with a little more speed, but Seymour will start with great field position at the 36-yard line.
Seymour leads it 10-7. Seymour, both of their scores in the first quarter. A 36-yard field goal by Eric Pollock. And then Matt Thomas on a one-foot sneak, the last play from scrimmage in the first quarter. That was the handoff to Sympathy on the first play from scrimmage.
Come back with little inside scissors. You see Mango come off the block Gets rid of Timmy Sadek and makes the stop. About a 3-yard gain for the Seymour Wildcats on the first play opening up this third quarter.
And Crosby answered back to complete the summary in the second quarter, a 70-yard pass play from Mark Fuller to Lemmy Walker. And Thomas gets outside of contain. He has Collins chasing him down. And he
got a penalty too, right at the down marker, right about the 46, as we see. Thomas will just outdistance Collins. Collins comes off the block. Right here, Thomas decides that he can beat Collins to the corner, and he does. We're going to get a penalty drop just at the out of bounds. I think it's going to be against number 24, Pollock, for a block in the back, and that's what it is. So this will back Seymour up to the 35. As you get a look at the cheerleaders here, they performed at halftime with the pom-pom girls, and they are back on the sidelines leading the cheers. So it'll be a big, big second and about 12 after that penalty against the Wildcats.
And a nice crowd here on homecoming day and seniors day. Our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week as we wind down the season. Pass complete to Pollock, and Pollock slips a couple of tackles, makes a move at midfield, and then is taken down. Had one more defender to beat, unable to do that. And he's taken down by Rosa in the secondary.
Thomas does a good job of getting the ball right out to Pollock. They've tried this a number of times. This one's right into the numbers. Breaks the tackle there, and then does a good job of scooting up to midfield for the first down.
So the Cats in midfield with a first down, leading at 10-7. This Naugatuck Valley League game. Seymour 6-1, Crosby 2-4 on the season. Crosby coming off a bye week. As the fake is completed, as Aldo, the fullback, takes it for a pair.
Tackle made by Meyer.
Meyer on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Again, the mesh, a little bit of a problem between Thomas and Aldo on that one. Aldo does pick up a couple, but not a clean mesh on the exchange, and it is going to be a second about 8 for Seymour.
And again, in the first half of play, Seymour lost one of their stalwart two-way players, Kevin Mullen, offensive tackle and defensive nose guard. And Aldo again on second down for some pretty good yardage up the middle, and taken down by Lopez, the nose guard.
Third down 3.
Lopez gets a hold of Aldo, but Aldo does a good job of dragging Lopez ahead for about 3 more yards. Big third down here for the Wildcats. They've got to get to the 40 for the first down.
Derek Jones is taken over for Kevin Mullen on offense at right tackle. Single back, wing to the right. 3rd and short from the 43. And scissors action and a loose ball.
Fumble on the play.
And Sympathy manages to recover his own fumble. It might have been a problem with the mesh. We'll see it on replay. No, it was there.
Well, it was a little high on the numbers, and not a good pocket by Sympathy. He's lucky to keep the football. Fourth down. Seymour's had great success with their little fake punt, but I think right here they're going to have to kick the football.
Well,
and I would not be surprised to see that fake punt. Try it again, but they're not going to. They're going to punt here. I guarantee it.
And Crosby calls a timeout.
I don't think they had 12 guys on the field. Kevin Sear, the defensive coordinator, wants to talk to his defense. The Wildcats now with a 4th down at their own 45. And whether they will punt or not, they went into a regular formation. We'll see what they choose to do.
Buddy, just this announcement from the Seymour Wildcats Kickoff Club. They're sponsoring a dance. It is on Saturday, November the 21st at Actors Colony Inn in Seymour. And the dance will be from 7 to 12. Buffet open bar, $25 per person. And for tickets to this event, you can see any member of the Kickoff Club. So come join the fun. Seymour Wildcats Kickoff Club, just a great organization, and we can talk about all the organizations that support our local high school football teams and athletics in general.
They do an outstanding job for the young players.
Tomorrow night at 7, Monday night at 6.
In some areas, it's a very thankless type job, but the parents work hard. And right here, we are waiting to see if Seymour is going to run that shift. They do.
And Crosby does not bite. Sobieski is going to throw on a punt formation off the hands of Eric Pollock, but we've got a flag dropped at the 48-yard line.
I don't see how the penalty can be against Crosby because it's in the Seymour backfield, but we'll see. They go with the fake punt. And it's movement, I think, against Seymour, so Crosby will get the football right there. Ball on the hands of the receiver and unable to grab it. And the Wildcats now have given the Crosby Bulldogs excellent field position for their first possession of this second half. They are going to start right at their own 43.5-yard line.
Verno to the top part of your picture. Split out to the bottom is Jeff Collins. An I formation with a wing to the right. And Fuller hands off to Julian Coleman. What a pop he took in the backfield. And then the senior captain managed to get it near midfield.
Coleman gets hit as he gets the football. I'm not sure who gets a piece of him. Looked like either 57 or 67. Could have been Alapat.
Probably Alapat.
Alapat unable to hold on to Coleman. Coleman picks up 5 on that one, and that was all Coleman on that play.
Second down, 2nd and 4 now for Crosby. Locked in a tight game. Play fake and a successful play all afternoon. Fuller to Verino. That slanted. First down, Crosby inside the Seymour 40.
Again, Verino does a good job, just like Collins did before him, of running the slant and then using his body to keep the defender, that's Pollock, away from him. Big first down, ball across Seymour territory to the Seymour 39-yard line, and the Wildcats cannot afford to allow this football team to hang around as they have done here. They've allowed Crosby to be in this game in the middle of the third quarter, and I know that's something Seymour did not want.
First down, play fake again, and the pass to Verino, incomplete at this 15.
Got to be offensive holding. That cannot be defense. The receiver was out ahead, and he's really pushing off a little bit, I thought, number 9, but good coverage by number 24, Eric Pollock, and we'll see where it goes.
Pass interference against the Wildcats.
Well,
I can't believe that one.
Calling it against the Wildcats.
Don't know how that could be pass interference. This is a big one. It'll be a 15-yarder, and it will put the ball at about the 25. Well, actually the 23 by the time they get through marking it off.
Ball at the Wildcat 23-yard line, first and 10, Crosby.
So Crosby mounting a serious scoring threat here in the third quarter with Seymour up by 3.
I agree with Coach Sponheimer on that. I thought it went the other way, but that's why I'm up here.
Power I formation. Blocking backs are Coleman and Walker. Schaefer is the tailback. He gets the call, and he tries to find a little seam off the left side and pancaking him there. Sympathy along with Troy Sobieski. It closed it up very quickly.
Sobieski and Sympathy come together. Schaefer looks like he's got an opening here, and then 59-31 just close it off. Matt Sympathy, the senior. Troy Sobieski, the senior 6'3", 207-pounder. You get a look at some of the young fans here enjoying this one, and I know they're rooting hard on this side of the field for the Wildcats.
Ball at the 21 of Seymour. And they're going to give to the fullback, that is Coleman, for a couple of hard-fought yards inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
First to make contact with Alapat.
Alapat is on the back of Coleman as he gets the ball right here. 57 comes from his defensive end position. He'll get help. Coleman picks up maybe 3. Third makeable 5 here inside the 20 at the about 18-yard line. 2 young ladies getting a little bit chilly here at Seymour as the sun has disappeared from the Barber Field.
I formation, Coleman the fullback, and behind him, Schaefer, the tailback. And they're going to try to slant it. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage this time. Fuller was going for Verano. It'll bring up a 4th down for Crosby.
They come again, try and get the slant. Somebody gets the hands up here at the, right there at the line of scrimmage. It is number 2, Aldo, with a very good defensive play. And it's going to put Crosby in a 4th and about 5 at the 19. They're going to take their second timeout here.
And with the timeout on the field, let's take our own timeout.
So you're a grease monkey?
Automotive technician.
Really?
You can't see that?
I thought it was a new kind of nail polish.
I work in the dealership. I've been working there for about 2 years. It's an apprenticeship program.
How are things changing?
Cars are going more towards electric. The same computer systems on them that the first space shuttle had.
So the practical is worth an awful lot.
Yeah, like I teach my teachers.
Yeah, that's good.
Welcome back to the Barber Field. 4th and 5 for the Bulldogs at the Seymour 18. Seymour leads it 10-7. Fuller, straight drop back, looking to his right, pressure, throws it out.
Doesn't have enough. I don't think he's got enough.
And it's completed to Schaefer, but I think Buddy is right. It might, according to the spot, I believe Seymour will take over on downs at the...
I'll tell you what, Eddie, they're going to bring the markers over.
It's close, but I think that from our angle...
They're going to bring it over.
Timeout for measurement.
Fuller makes the completion. He gives his team an opportunity here, and it's going to be, we've had 2 very close spots. One went for Seymour, one against the Wildcats. We'll see where this one is. I think Eddie's right. It's going to be a little short, but as they stretch it out, it's going to be just a little short, and Seymour is going to hold here, and they're going to take over.
And so the third measurement, this one goes to the Cats, and they hold on downs. And they're just trying to hold on at this point. We got a little bit under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's been a good one on this Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. And we have had a series of good high school football games.
Had a run of them.
And we expect to have a lot more as we run down the season. So Seymour now takes over on downs at their 14, leading 10-7. Thomas to the wide side. And Thomas taken down by, first to get to him, Lemmy Walker, 29, 5'10", 162-pound junior.
This is a run all the way as Thomas gets to the outside. Aldo will get out in front of him there. You see him make the block, but Thomas will pick up about 4 or 5 before he is taken down by Walker and company.
And
Echeverria also in on the tackle. It picks up about 5 yards for the Wildcats.
Ben Carter now in at one of the wideout spots. You don't see him in your picture now. He's out wide to the left, and it's Thomas straight ahead. And he's going to be close to the yardage needed for the first down. Matt Thomas, 5'10", 162-pound junior quarterback.
Center gets up very quickly. That's Sobieski, and Thomas just gets on his fanny, picks up about 4. He's very close to that first down. It'll be a third and about 1, maybe 1.5 for the Wildcats. They need to continue this drive, and they need to basically get a few first downs to give their punter some room. They don't want to give good field position to Crosby here, as Crosby had an excellent drive, stopped inside the 15 on the last series.
Third and short, and they'll give it to Aldo. He's picked up the first down and more at the 40, at midfield, at the 30, and Aldo is going to take it in all the way for the score. Mike Aldo from his 23-yard line on the a touchdown run for Coach Paul Sponheimer and the Seymour Wildcats.
There's a lot of people taking a deep breath over here for Seymour as Aldo breaks the line of scrimmage, and then it becomes a foot race. This is about a 74, 75 yards. Right here it is between Aldo and number 34, Carlos Benitez, and Aldo is going to win this horse race as he will go about 75 yards for the touchdown for the Wildcats.
And Pollock to convert the point after. It's through the uprights, and our new score here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Seymour 17 and Crosby 7. Here's the man of the hour, Mike Aldo. Mike, coming into the game, had run for 6 touchdowns, and that is number 7 on the year for Mike.
And that could be the biggest touchdown run for the season for the Seymour Wildcats and Mike Aldo, as Crosby Bulldogs had put the ball inside the Seymour 15 on that last possession. Seymour just does not want to allow the Bulldogs to hang around, and that one is a big play in getting some distance between Seymour and Bobacero's Crosby Bulldogs, who have played a heck of a football game here into the end of this third quarter against the Seymour Wildcats. This is a big possession for the Bulldogs. They've got to come out and they've really got to at least move the football with some authority. Whether they get any points or not, they've got to be able to hold on to the football, put their offense inside Seymour territory here, not give the ball right back to the Seymour offense.
Eric Pollock to kick it off, and he'll squib it. Verano at the 28. And Verano's going to be taken down by Sobieski on special teams. And the ball directly at the 30-yard line, and that's where Crosby will take over. 35, thank you. Well, Buddy Aldo's run really got the crowd into it on this side of the field, the Seymour side. Could be the game breaker. Power I for the Bulldogs. Coleman, Walker, and behind them the tailback Schaefer. Fuller winds up, throws downfield. That's to Coleman at the 40, and finally wrestled down at the 28-yard line of Seymour on a post pattern. Fuller to the fullback, Julian Coleman.
Coleman is wide open down the middle. There is no one near him as Fuller finds him in the center, really wide open. He will put about 15 more yards on after the catch, and the ball inside the 30 at the Seymour 28. So the Bulldogs have answered back very quickly on that pass play from Fuller to Coleman.
Again, they'll run out of the power I formation at the 28 of Seymour. They'll run Jason Schaefer, and Schaefer slips a tackle and gets it close to the 20-yard line.
Ball carried by Schaefer, tackle made by Stady.
Straight ahead blocking. Coleman leads Schaefer through the left side. He dives, picks up about 6.5, but you see Bobacero there without the headsets, kneeling down with the clipboard on the far sideline. He's done a great job with this Crosby football program.
Bob in his 4th year as head coach.
Really came from Holy Cross and has just done a great job.
Power I formation. And they'll try Schaefer again, and Schaefer with a little bit of acceleration in that first step, and he might have picked up a first down for Crosby.
Alex Alapat will make the stop, but again, just coming over the right side, Schaefer has enough for the first down. Ball inside the 20. Crosby was just down here a moment ago, and the Seymour defense came up big, and they're going to be asked to do the same thing, as it is a first down right at about the 18-yard line.
Schaefer only 5'6", 145 yards, 145 pounds as a sophomore. And Bob Arcero said he's one of the best he's had, and has seen in his coaching career. has an extensive coaching career up in Waterbury. Again, they're going to try Schaefer.
Schaefer carries, tackled by Alpat.
This time, Alpat gets to him at the line of scrimmage. Paul Sponheimer calls Alpat and Tim Sadik his most consistent defensive players. And on the offensive side of the ball, Paul Sponheimer has come in has given great praise to left tackle on offense, Chris Thompson, as his most consistent offensive lineman. Clock is moving down here, about 1 minute and 30 ticks remaining in the third quarter. 2nd and 9, and Fuller's going to put it up. It's deflected and incomplete. Fuller was going for Verano on the play.
3rd down and 9.
See if we can find out who's got the hand up right there. It looks like the defensive end. There is Aldo with the, again, tip of the football, brings up a third, about 9 for Crosby. They are inside the 20-yard line, right at about the 17, and they've got to get down to about the 8-yard line for a first down.
And this is where, in their last possession, Crosby, about where they came up short. They completed a 4th down pass just inches short of a first down, so now a 3rd and 9. I formation. And Tom O'Neill, the referee, drops the flag. Just a little bit too much time getting off the play. Delay of game. 5 yards mark off against Crosby. Moves the football back to the 22.
Ball back to the 22, 3rd down and 14.
Some smiling faces and a little wave. How you doing, guys? And trying to keep their bigger little brother away, I guess, huh? Not to let him into the picture.
3rd and 14 for Crosby at the 22-yard line. Fuller back to throw. Has a receiver out there. Going up for the football was Lemmy Walker. He went up high to get the football. Off his fingertips, incomplete.
Ball there for Walker. 4th down.
Fuller has pretty good protection. He's able to get the football down the field to Walker, but good job on coverage by Seymour, and it will bring up a 4th, a lot of distance. They've got to pick up about 14 for the first down.
Can't overstress the importance of this play for Crosby. Split backs, wing to the left. Tight formation. And ending up with a football is Julian Coleman. And Coleman has gone in for the touchdown, and I need to see this on replay.
This is what I think Nebraska ran this. They're going to just lay the ball on the ground.
That's the fumble Ruski.
Right. They're just going to lay the ball on the ground. Watch now, the quarterback just lays it right down. The ball is right on the turf. And along comes number 22. He's going to pick it up, and he is going to go. There he comes out of the pack. Our cameraman lost him, but he's going to turn right up here in front of your picture, and he's going to go the distance.
And according to Federation rules, Crosby had to inform the officials before that play that the fumble Ruski was going to come up. With 1:12 remaining, we now have a 4-point game. Orsini to attempt the point after. And a little bit slow to get it off. The middle of the Seymour defense blocks the extra point. Our new score here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Seymour 17 and Crosby 13. Let's see if we might be able to run that play again.
You run this one back now. You're going to... Okay, let's see what we got here. 22 is just there.
Oh, all right.
The quarterback just put it into 22. Right. He's just standing there.
You're right.
And then he comes out of the pile. Ball was right.
Ron Carcud from the truck looking at it again. If we'll look at it again, All right, Gary Peterson.
Great job, Gare, because we thought it was on the turf, but
it was not a fumble, Ruski, because it was really handed off. It was and then Coleman
he just froze and stood there, allowed everybody to chase.
Let's watch it again.
Takes off. Watch 22 in the center. 14 puts it right in his stomach right now.
Then he fakes it. Then what happened? Fuller fakes it into the line to Schaefer. He carries out the fake, and ending up with the football, he had it all the time, was Julian Coleman. Well, Bob Arcero had a bye week, and I think they worked on that play. I know they worked on that play.
Great play by the Crosby Bulldogs and the Crosby coaching staff, and it comes up big for them. We still got 1:12 left in this third quarter, and the Bulldogs are hanging around, and they've done an excellent job here against Seymour. I don't think the missed extra point will really matter. They don't have a field goal opportunity, so they're going to have to score the touchdown if they want to beat Seymour here in this game.
Mercini to kick it off, and he kicks it short, and Sadek's knee touched right there at the 36-yard line, so that's where Seymour will take over.
Sadek's knee touched the ground, so the play is dead.
When you're at 2 and 4, you really don't have anything to leave on the field, and the Bulldogs certainly not leaving anything. They are using every play in their playbook.
Wildcat started their 36 for
and they're playing with the house money here against Seymour. Seymour has to win. The Crosby Bulldogs, it would be a big upset and really maybe a season maker for Crosby to beat Seymour here this afternoon.
Now they're going to hand to Aldo. He's just been a standout, but Aldo is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Emerging from the pack with the football was Mango, but the play had been ruled dead. And there's the
same play they just scored on as they try and get Aldo up inside. Trap blocked by Allopat, but Mango and company this time right on top of it. Brings up a 2nd and 9 as the band down in front of us has been entertaining most of this third quarter. They are a fine group of musicians playing a little bit of jazz for us here at the Barber Field.
2nd and 10 for the Cats. They're at their 36. We're down under half a minute to play. Thomas will throw it out to the near sidelines for Eric Pollock. He was defended by Verano. We've got a flag dropped at the 33. And a procedure penalty against Seymour.
They try and run the out pattern. Verano was on Pollock. We'll see if the Bulldogs choose to take the play or the penalty. I think they're going to refuse the penalty and take the play. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Seymour.
Be 3rd down and 9.
Kevin Sear, the defensive coordinator for the Bulldogs,
does a good job.
He's gotten an excellent defensive package here for the Wildcat game here, and his young men have kept this Crosby football team in the game as we are very close to the end of this third quarter.
3rd and 10 from the 36. And Coleman on the rush of Thomas, and Thomas's pass to Sadek at the 45, incomplete. Echeverria and Lemmy Walker on double coverage.
Thomas comes outside. He's going to try and outrun Coleman, and he'll have time to throw, but he really very high with the opportunity. Not a catchable football, and it's a punting situation. And if you ask Bob Acero, if he was 4 points down going into the fourth quarter, if he would be happy, I think he'd have to say, boy, I'll take that anytime.
And Sobieski to punt it away. A high, short punt to the near sidelines. It's going to roll to a rest and down there by Allopat at the 34-yard line of Crosby. With 5 ticks remaining here in the third quarter.
Crosby for the Bulldogs will put the ball in play, 1st down and 10.
And we have had a series, we mentioned it before, a series of great high school football games, very competitive games, and very fortunate as you look at
Tom Koch right in the middle, goes back to the Seymour Pop Warner days. Saw him maybe with a grandson or two there.
Mrs. Sadek there, number
right
89, and her son is one of the Seymour captains and one of their seniors playing their final game here at the Barber Field, taking in and enjoying the action here. Going to hand it off to the fullback.
This kid runs pretty tough.
He's a tough fullback, and he's getting it in second gear. That's Coleman.
He has not had a lot of blocking every time he's touched the football, and he's been able to convert into positive yardage. Again, he's going to get drilled right at the line of scrimmage, breaks a couple tackles, and he'll pick up about 7 or 8 on that one before he's finally dragged down, as this third quarter, a very, very good third quarter, has come to an end.
And his touchdown run a few moments ago has brought the Crosby Bulldogs to within 4. Our third quarter score, Seymour 17, Crosby 13.
Hot Tops, your #1 custom printing professionals. At Hot Tops' new 15,000 square foot facility in Shelton, our automated textile printer will handle any size order quickly and efficiently. Artwork can be reproduced or designed for you in our graphic art department. At the largest in-house embroidery facility in the area, and see why Hot Tops is #1. In business for 19 years, Hot Tops features an ad specialty product line that includes mugs, sports bottles, and a wide variety of imprinted items. For your next order, call Hot Tops, where your image is our business.
Welcome back to the Barber Field in Seymour, where Crosby has a second and short to start the fourth quarter here. And they're going to run Jason Schaefer, and he's going to get some tough yardage. Let's see if he got to the lane to the line to make for the first down. And he did. It's a first down, Bulldogs at the 45. What a beautiful face. And the kids here bundled up. It's a cold November afternoon to Barber Field. Verino will come to the bottom of your screen. Seymour leads at 17-13. Again, it's that tight formation now on first down. And a little misdirection, and they give to Schaefer, and it's Sympathy. A great tackle by Matt Sympathy. I thought Schaefer might have had a lane there and a seam.
Sympathy comes off the block to make the stop. About a yard gain for the Bulldogs. They're at their own 47-yard line, and in a game like this, it's a one-play type game. Seymour is one play away from being beaten here, and that's not a good feeling when you're on the sidelines in that fourth quarter of a game.
Wide receivers both sides of the field. I formation, and Fuller drops, throws, it's incomplete. Led Coleman one way, and the ball went led him one way, and Coleman went the other way. Sympathy on coverage. It'll be a 3rd and 9.
Coleman comes from the fullback position, just slides into the flat. Ball really not well thrown, and Sympathy had good coverage on Coleman. Brings up a 3rd down, about 9 for the Bulldogs, and they need a big play here to continue this drive.
Still a lot of time left in this Naugatuck Valley League contest on our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. Power I formation. And a straight drop. Screens it. That's Coleman. And the Crosby captain gets the football into Seymour territory down to the 48. It'll be shy of the first down.
Middle screen, they let everyone come, and Coleman just gets through the little bit of a rush. Seymour there, though, to stop him, and he's going to be about 3 yards short of that first down, and Fuller is going to go back into punt formation.
Fuller in punt formation.
Fuller standing at his 39-yard line, and he is the quarterback, so what he does, boot it away. That's more like the punting that has been advertised for Mr. Mark Fuller as he drills it inside the 10-yard line. It comes to a rest, and Seymour takes over in very poor field position.
I know Bobby Kello would like to see his offense put a few first downs together here. They are backed up at inside their own 10-yard line, cannot afford a mistake, and Seymour would like to get the ball to Sympathy and to Aldo for just the 3-4 yard gains and put some first downs, string some first downs together.
Sympathy a wing to the right side. Aldo is the single setback, and it is Sympathy off that wing. And he stopped in his tracks by Mango, who's been outstanding defensively for Coach Bob Arcero's team.
About a yard, second down 11.
Inside scissors. Sympathy gets the football, and number 55, Mark Mango, just drops him for a yard loss. A good read by the senior linebacker. It's a 2nd and long for the Wildcats.
They're within their 10-yard line, and they lead it by 4. And this time they hand off straight ahead to the fullback, Aldo, and that middle has been plugged.
Aldo on the carry.
Fullback just comes straight up the middle, and there's an awful lot of white jerseys on the tackle, and
Walker, Mango.
Brings up a very, very big 3rd and long for Seymour.
Still
Why
over.
Is it that everybody says, hi, Mom? Dad never gets a hello.
3rd and 11. And the Cats will shift. Sadek, the tight end, to the left side. Thomas.
Going for the big one.
Will throw it out. For Eric Pollock. To the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Eric Pollock on the touchdown.
2-yarder.
From 92 yards, it was Matt Thomas on a fly pattern to Eric Bucky Pollock, and Pollock gathered it in full stride.
You just saw a quick picture of Bobby Kello's mom and dad, and I know they have to be very pleased at this call, as this is about a 65-yarder in the air, and Pollock just takes it in stride. Verino is not going to catch him. Paul Sponheimer going down that sideline at a better shot, and this is a big one for the Wildcats. They are in the end zone, a 92-yard pass and run. Thomas to Eric Pollock, a beautiful, well-thrown ball.
And the Wildcats have used the big play in the second half for their 2 scores.
I don't think that one made it.
Well,
no good.
Bucky's a little tired. And
so when the Bulldogs thought they had the Wildcats backed up, Seymour comes with the bang. A 92-yard pass play for the touchdown.
3rd and 11. It was from their 8. A 92-yard pass and run for the touchdown.
Watch again now as Thomas just gets back. He'll unload from about the 3. Pollock is going to catch it over his shoulder at about the 42, 41, 42. And then it is a foot race, and Pollock is not going to lose. You see Paul Sponheimer right there, man. He was running down that sideline with his receiver. Verino with really not even an opportunity to make the tackle. And there's a lot of happy blue and gold on this side of the field as they put some distance between themselves and the Bulldogs here in this football game.
Seymour back to that 10-point lead. With 8:10 remaining here in the 4th quarter, Seymour 23 and Crosby 13. What a lovely, lovely shot. Beautiful picture.
One would think the 4 horsemen are about to ride in here on this gray overcast November day.
That's the south goal line you saw.
Shaver, Walker, runs all back deep. Received. Pollock will kick for the Wildcats.
Fans still buzzing in the.
Couple big plays by the Wildcats. The run by Aldo, and now the pass play to Pollock for the score.
Ball is bobbled there by Lemmy Walker, and Lemmy Walker finds a seam, and he almost breaks it.
Walker
taken down by Sympathy at the 31, and one more tackle eluded there, and Walker would have been off to the races.
Ball bounces around before Walker picks it up, and missed tackles, not wrapping up.
There's a tackle
Sympathy does, though, at the 33, and we'll see what now. The Bulldogs have anything left in their tank after the big pass play by the Wildcats, and sometimes that can be a kind of nail clipper there. Takes the wind out of your sail on the opposite side of the field.
Fake to the inside handoff, and Fuller completes it to the far sideline. He went to number 32. He's only a freshman. He's going to be a great one. Anthony Rosa.
Rosa caught that one in stride. He was double covered, but Fuller lays it out there.
And, buddy,
I've been impressed with Mr. Fuller throwing the football. He does a good job here, and Rosa just gets grabbed and dragged down at about the inside the 24, about the 26-yard line.
Buddy, well, when I get a chance, I'll give you a little story about Anthony Rosa. First down at the 26 of the Cats, and Fuller is back to throw. The slant in, he throws to Verano, and Verano is stopped at the 18-yard line by a few of the Cats.
2 plays, and they're inside the 20 as the Bulldogs. They still got a lot left in their tank. Just to slant in again, they've had good success with it.
2nd down and 1, ball to 17.
Finally wrapped up, and the Bulldogs now at about the 17-yard line. They're 2nd and short.
Receivers, wide receivers, both sides of the field, I formation, 2nd and short. They run Coleman, and Coleman spins out of a couple of tackles, and he gets inside the 10. Finally taken down by Matt Thomas, and we'll spot it at the 9.
About the 9-yard line. Watch Coleman now. He has to run over his guard, runs into his pulling guard. That's Mersiski, and able to get the first down as it's a 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
1st and goal for Crosby. They're down by 10. Fuller, the senior quarterback, he's going to hand it off to Coleman. Coleman wrestled down at the line of scrimmage. Middle of that Seymour defense, getting up off the pack. It's Alapet, who's been a standout defensively.
Coleman carries.
Seymour just jacked that one up. There was no place for Mr. Coleman to go that time. 2nd and goal. They lost a half a yard on that play. Look for Fuller to put it up.
So they're back at the 10 of Seymour. And they need to score now to get back into this football game. 2nd and goal. Play fake. Fuller looking into the end zone over the middle. He was going for Verano. Just overthrew him a little bit too much.
Verano had the step, and he was really, if the ball is down a little bit, we're going to get a completion here because Verano, as he breaks there, he really was open. Fuller got it up too high. It's a 3rd down now for the Bulldogs.
And the Cats want to dig in at this point and stop Crosby because that will greatly enhance their chances of holding on. You see the scoreboard clock here with just under 6 minutes to go. It'll enhance Seymour's quest for a Class M playoff berth. It's their destiny. It's in their hands. They win out, they're in it. The snap is fumbled. Fuller picks it up, and we're going to have a 4th down play coming up as Fuller falls on it at the 12.
Recovered by Crosby. Ball at the 12-yard line.
Never really had it as he pulled out from center. Covers it up. He still tries to get back and runs into a lot of problems, but still tried to get back and throw that one. 4th down, the Crosby Bulldogs are going to take their final time out of this football game.
And Crosby will take the timeout, and we'll take it with him.
This fall, Telemedia is proud to announce the addition of Marcus Communications to the Telemedia family. This merger will provide Telemedia the opportunity to reshape your cable TV viewing experience with new and exciting services. As a leader in entertainment and communication services, Telemedia is committed to the continuing improvement of the telecommunications network serving your community. Welcome to the Telemedia family. Welcome to the future of cable TV.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. And the Crosby Bulldogs will try to take something away from this drive as Mersini will attempt to kick the field goal. From the 19-yard line, it is up, and I guess Crosby does have a field goal kicker. That is Dritan Mersini that goes into the books as a 29-yard field goal, and Crosby is definitely hanging around. Our new score here at the Barber, Seymour 23, Crosby 16. Let's mark this game down every year as one of your best games. It's a highlight game.
It's a dogfight. I don't care. This is a great game. The Crosby Bulldogs got off the bus ready to play, and the Seymour Wildcats, they know what they have to do. It's just been a tussle.
Let me complete one story, if I may, about Anthony Rosa. He had a big reception in that last drive that led to Mercini's field goal. Anthony Rosa happens to be the younger brother of one of Southern Connecticut's one of their outstanding football graduates, and that I'm talking about Chris Ortiz. You might remember at Southern Connecticut, great receiver, and has set a lot of records at Southern Connecticut, which I believe now have been reset, have been broken. But Anthony, just as talented player, and Bob Arcero says has great hands, and the younger brother of Chris Ortiz. And Morcini's kickoff comes down to Matt Thomas, and Thomas back to the 34-yard line. And the Cats do lead it now by 7 points.
Thomas takes it at the 15-yard line and right up the middle before he is met at about the 33-yard line. He'll fall forward close to the 34.
And wouldn't you know it, that was Mango dragging down Thomas. We've had outstanding players on both sides of the ball.
Individual efforts have been big on both sides of the football. You're right, Ed.
And this is just a great game. They've only had a short series, but they play great football games. Running the football, Sympathy at the 40, the 30, the 20, and Sympathy is in for the touchdown. It was Matt Sympathy who took it in from his own 34-yard line, and that might put it away for the Wildcats.
66 yards by Sympathy on the little counter play. He really is untouched until he gets to the goal line. It's a foot race, and number 29 just cannot make a stop for the Bears or the Bulldogs. That was Walker. 21 is going to run. That's Echeverria, but he cannot get the ball carry until he is in the end zone. 66-yard run by Matt Sympathy.
And the Cats will try to extend their lead to 14 as Eric Pollock. Well, he's kicking it now wide to the left. His last two kicks, no good. But our new score here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Seymour 29 and Crosby 16. And the coaching staff and the fans on this side of the field are breathing a lot easier now because
Danny Heffernan right there in the bottom of your picture, bottom right. Just an up and down one here in Seymour.
And Danny Heffernan, a great coach, but
learned a lot of football in the time that I spent with Dan Heffernan in coaching.
He's got to enjoy this game.
What an offensive mind, one of the great offensive minds in football. Still probably could come out and give you a heck of a game plan, and I'll tell you, he can move the football against anybody. Had some great play. I remember when they had the wing tee and the numbers where you had a line in the back of the jersey, he got out and lowered the jerseys down to the waist so that his lineman could get back a little, get a better advantage pulling. Well, he was tremendous with his ability to understand the rules and to coach this game of football, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, the kickoff comes down to Jason Schaefer. And could have been a face mask that I saw come in there. Schaefer was taken down at his 20-yard line.
I don't know. There were not a lot of white jerseys, so I don't think any of the white committed the penalty. When Schaefer gets the football, it looks like they abandoned him here, as there are just all blue jerseys all over, and there's the face mask. Should only be a 5-yarder, but old Jason was in trouble right at about the 20. And there's Allison Sadik, who is working, pulling the cable here down on the field, getting the whole family involved in this one. Her brother, number 89, having a good game for the Seymour Wildcats.
So she has a rooting interest. So first down and 1st and 10 for the Crosby Bulldogs at their 35. And stay with us because we have had a very entertaining, a very well-played high school football game, and we've got some time left. The toss, and now there's another handoff, and it results in a fumble by the Bulldogs, and Seymour will take over.
They come with a double reverse, and it is
the toss.
Very, very poor here as Schaefer really doesn't have it, and then when he tries to give it off to number 29, Echeverria, it is just dropped on, or Lenny Walker, I'm sorry, it just dropped onto the turf. The Wildcats will take over at the 29, and the air may be running out of the balloon here for Crosby after that last touchdown run by Seymour and Matt Sympathy, and the Wildcats certainly can put it away here with another score.
And they have it now on the Crosby turnover at the 29-yard line.
And I'm glad I'm not picking the player of the game in this one.
We've got a lot of outstanding players.
Wow.
Well, we'll get a consensus. And that's Sympathy.
Ball carried by Sympathy, tackled away by Collins.
Collins on the stop for Crosby. And when I get a chance, I want to list the Seymour seniors who are seeing their final action here at the Barber Field. Wildcats have 2 remaining games. They're both on the road, so a lot of these seniors seeing their final action here. A little bit over 4 minutes to go. Line of scrimmage is the 29. Split backs for the Wildcats. And Thomas wants to put it up, the fly pattern to Eric Pollock. And Verino and Pollock went for the football at the goal line. And Verino actually had a better shot at the football. Goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Thomas has good protection. There's excellent coverage by Verino, and he really
almost came up with
it. Ball goes through his stomach onto the turf. Big 3rd down for Seymour at the 29.
And we're also running out of daylight here. Just under 4 minutes to go. 3rd and 10 for the Cats. Lone back is Aldo. And the senior fullback, he gets a couple of tough yards there. Collins, let's see who else is in there on the stop.
Aldo, the ball
coming up. And Echeverria, and also getting up, that's Mango, who's just been outstanding.
Good to see this guy to our right here just coming upstairs, Mike Mudry, who has really recovered very well and looks great. Always nice to have Mr. Mudry around.
And Mike is in his cranky
great
mood.
Form. He's back to normal.
When he is cranky, it means one thing, that he is feeling fit. It's always a pleasure. And Mike provides us with the best facilities up here and the utmost cooperation.
Next year we could get just a little heat, but you know, you can't have everything. It's getting a little chilly up here. Seymour's going to take a timeout. They've got a 4th and about 8.
That gives me a chance to list the seniors, and it's a special day for them. First, I want to start with the manager for Seymour, Scott Powers. He was with the program for 4 years because of a medical condition, unable to play. And he remains and he wanted to stay with the program, so he became the manager this year for the Seymour Wildcats. And
excuse me, but the blue balloon for Seymour is rising in the west.
Oh, thank you. There's something to be said for that. The rest of the seniors, just running them down, but Mike Aldo, Eric Pollock, Matt Sympathy, Joe Hood, Alex Alapat, Troy Sobieski, Kevin Mullen, who we hope is all right. Hurt in the first half here. Chris Thompson, Steve Donato, and let's see, the brother of the young lady who's helping us out on the sidelines, Tim Sadek.
Great group of young men on the Seymour side. I know there are a number of young men playing their last game for the seniors for the Crosby Bulldogs, but Seymour just really able to outdistance themselves here in the last couple minutes from this Crosby football team that came to play today, and they gave Seymour everything they could ask for. And I know the Wildcats looking down that road to the promised land in that 11th game this year and possibly 12th for the CIAC championship.
2 more games on the road, one at Wildcat and the final game at Kennedy. And winding up and throwing it for the score, that is Matt Thomas to Ben Carter for the Seymour score from 29 yards out. And that ought to ice it.
Carter gets behind the corner and catches the football at the 1-yard line. It's about a 28-yard throw from Thomas to Carter, and that is the end for the Bulldogs. They just hung around, but Sympathy and now Carter have just put the distance. Too many points here for the Bulldogs to come back from.
And let's see if Eric Pollock can get it between the uprights, and he does this time. The kicking specialist, an all-around two-way standout for the Wildcats, converts. And our new score here at the Barber Field, Seymour 36 and Crosby 16. And we mentioned that with 2 final games on the road, the Wildcats wishing them well, of course, at Wildcat, and then at Kennedy the week before Thanksgiving. 2 more wins, and that nets the Wildcats a return to the state playoffs, the first time since the 1993.
It'll be interesting if all 4 of the Valley teams make the playoffs. We're not going to be able to do all 4, so boy, I'll tell you, it's going to be a tough decision for Liz Kennard and the staff at Telemedia, because there are 4 possibilities with Ansonia. If they win out, they could be in. Seymour, they win out, they could be in. Shelton and Amity this year are all much alive for that playoff picture.
And on the return, that is Lemmy Walker. And Lemmy Walker spins to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will go on offense. Under 3 minutes to play here.
Tackle made by Sadek.
And
where are we going next week, Edward?
Where do we go? Happy you mentioned it, because you know where we're going. We're going up to Cheshire, and thanks for reminding me that our next Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. And you talk about big, 2 7-1 teams. Shelton at Cheshire. That's going to say an awful lot about that double L state playoff picture. First down for the Bulldogs. Fuller's going all the way. He's going to wind up. He's going to throw downfield, but it's going to be picked off by one of the Wildcats. Now ruled an incompleted pass.
Carter went up, came down, lost it as he went down, but just good coverage by Seymour. Fuller just tries to find his receiver behind the corner. Carter stays with it. Ball a little underthrown, and as Carter goes up, he's going to lose it as he goes down, but it'll be a 2nd and long for the Bulldogs.
Seth Moranek has checked into the secondary, the defensive secondary for Seymour. 2nd and 10, Crosby has it at their 30. Game is no longer in doubt. Seymour Wildcats will win it. And Fuller winds up and throws close to the line to make. He throws it out to Rosa, an outstanding freshman receiver, and he's only a freshman. He's going to be a great, he's already a very good football player. He's going to be a great one. Great hands.
Just does the turnout right at the first down marker. Seymour really is going to give these up. They're not going to get beat deep, and they'll be very happy to allow that very short pass to be completed as long as the clock keeps running, and Crosby does not have another timeout. We're going to get an equipment time here by Seymour, but Crosby is going to be unable to stop the clock. So Seymour really just wants to keep the football in front of him and not give up the big play.
Buddy, quickly, I want to mention when I had a chance to talk with Bob Arcero during the week, always gracious, and he's done a great job. We both commented. He's done a great job up at Crosby. Very proud of what they're doing up in Crosby High School with their athletes. They're running a SAT program for the players after the season. And they're just very, very proud about some of the things that they're doing for the football players, not only teaching them the game of football and sportsmanship, as you just saw Schaefer run the football for a first down, but the academics are being stressed up there at Crosby High School.
It's a big part, and a lot of people forget that. But as you see, Schaefer just trying to pull through there, picks up the first down, but clock is going to continue to run as we are running out of daylight here at Seymour. Some of the young people, obviously on the Seymour side, have to be very happy at the outcome of this one for the Wildcats.
Power I formation, and Fuller on the draw. He gives to Schaefer. Schaefer spins out of a couple of tackles, manages to pick up one on the play. Taken down from behind by Alex Alapap.
Draw play from the power I. Schaefer has to really break a lot of tackles just to get back to the line of scrimmage, which he did. This has got to be some kind of an up the middle.
And it's a pass play for Coleman. Goes through his fingertips, incomplete. It was Aldo on the coverage for Seymour.
I think Aldo got a tip on that one, preventing the reception.
And so now it'll be a third down coming up. Just about there is a minute and change left as you look into the Crosby huddle. Seymour, of course, will go to 7-1 on the season. With the win, Crosby will drop to 2-5. And Crosby's next opponent, well, they have to go to the borough of Naugatuck next weekend when they face the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Play fake, and Fuller will air it out. And what a wing he has. He throws it for Verano.
What a catch.
That is a great reception by Verano, and then he touched down at the 24-yard line. A great pass play from Fuller to Verano.
Verano just runs an out down the sidelines, and watch the extension by this young man as he just gets out, lays out, makes a great reception, ball at about the 24-yard line, and the clock running with 50 seconds left in this football game.
Verano is one of your best athletes up there at Crosby High School in Waterbury, and he showed it there, right there. First down, and Fuller wants to put it up. On a touch play, it is intercepted at the 40. And is that, let's see, is trying to get the number. Ben Carter, 29, and taking him out of bounds was the quarterback, Mark Fuller.
This is a mistake either by the receiver on his read or by the quarterback, because he just throws it out to Carter there, and Carter is wide open, as we would say, and he gets it all the way back across midfield to the 44-yard line. Without a timeout, all Seymour has to do is snap the ball one time here, and this one is going to go into the win column for the Wildcats.
And you see the scoreboard clock here. And one snap, and I want to do it.
Thomas takes the knee.
Thomas takes the knee.
I will go with him. Seymour does not have to come out as we're down under 10.
And we count it off, and there is the winning football coach, Paul Sponheimer, in his 19th year completing here at Seymour High School. They've got a little bit more business to take care of in the regular season. Our final score here at the Barber Field in Seymour, Seymour 36, Crosby 16. Back with our Seymour Oil Player of the Game presentation right after this.
The decision you make regarding your heating and cooling service is extremely important. Here at Seymour Oil, you'll find we're a full-service oil dealer with a major commitment to every